That means here you have to use two arrowheads together. That means you have to use 2 punctuation marks. Right. We will discuss this after doing it by yourself. I will give you some time to do this, and after that after finishing, we will discuss. I explained the text to you. It is not that much difficult. Yeah, you have to rewrite this. You can't make necessary corrections here. Look at this and rewrite the passage with correct punctuation marks. I want to give you an activity at the examination as well. Right? At the examination, you will have an activity like this for you to provide suitable punctuation marks. Right? So this is a kind of practice before the examination. Right. Okay. Shall we do this? Right? Take 10 minutes because we have to rewrite and complete it. After 10 minutes, we will discuss. Okay, start please. 8:45. At 8:55, I discuss the activity with you. Right, you have more than enough time. Do it leisurely, think carefully, and start. Okay. One student is raising hand. Is there any problem? You have to ask. Do you have to ask something, Mariam? You are raising hand. Do you have to ask something? Right. The time is over. I believe that you all have done. If anybody wants more time, please raise your hand. I believe that everybody has finished. I received some of the messages from the students. Right. I think you all have done. Okay. Right. We will discuss. I need your support when discussing this. Right. The Conservative Party. Where is the full stop? Here in the first sentence.
After creating.
After create it. Right. This is the end of the first sentence. Okay. Now we will see the punctuations of the first sentence. T capital, the conservative C capital. Now, on the other hand is the discourse marker. There are two ways to use discourse marker. We can use the question, this discourse marker at the beginning of the sentence. And some of them can be inserted in the middle of the sentence. So this is an example to say that the discourse marker is inserted in the middle, right? In between subject and verb. The subject of the sentence is the Conservative Party. We should have started this sentence with on the other hand even. Right? On the other hand, comma, the Conservative Party. That is one way. The second way is on the other hand, after the subject, before the verb. Then we have to use two commas either side of the discourse mark. So, T capital, C capital, discourse marker to separate before on, comma, after hand, comma. Right? I think this is what you have to learn. Even we can use this in your writing, right? No problem. So, comma, comma argues that the best way to ensure a fair division of wealth in the country is to allow more freedom to create it. Full stop. T capital, after this comma, intern, comma. Why? Intern is the discourse mark, connector. So once again, after the subject, this is the subject here, right? Intern, comma, comma, means more opportunities, job created, etc. What can you say about this? After opportunities, what is the punctuation you can use?
Comma.
Comma. After etc.
Full stop.
Yeah, we can't call it full stop. It is a dot, right? Full stop, but we call it dot. It is not the end of the sentence. Isn't that so?
So we
After
can
dot,
use, so we can use in two dots or one. So after etc.
only one, only one. And after that, comma.
Why in two line?
A comma
Yeah, okay.
after that.
Okay.
Because job created is something additional, right? Even without job created, the sentence flows. Can you see me? Opportunities and therefore. This is an insertion. Sometimes when we insert something in between a sentence, we have to use two commas either side. Did you understand? Oh, there is another punctuation we can
Sir,
use.
sir,
Yes.
but we can be used for comma
Mm.
after the etc. But and before using, after using and, but
No, no, no,
it's
no.
okay, sir.
Yeah, it's okay before and therefore.
Okay, sir.
Right. There is another way. If we do not use bracket, what is the other punctuation we can use? If we do not comma. What about brackets? Can you use brackets here? Before jobs and after dot. What is the purpose of using brackets? To further explain, right? This job created, etc. further explain opportunities. They are examples. So there is another way we can use bracket, job created, dot, once again bracket. Sometimes we can separate them with commas or even with brackets. Did you understand? Did you get my point? Job
Yes, sir.
created is something additional, further explanation. Okay. We can
Okay,
look
sir.
at this section in two angles, right? And therefore, more wealth available to all. After all, what is the punctuation?
Full stop.
Full stop, right? J capital, just how the poor are to share in the distribution of this wealth beyond being given,
Comma.
comma, comma, or brackets, bracket, bracket. You can use either comma or brackets here. Beyond being given is further explanation, is wealth. Right? Wealth is explained, beyond being given means beyond what we have got. Individual person has got or individual family has got. Comma or bracket both are correct. Right? At least in the theory. The opportunity to create it. Full stop. After theory, full stop. T capital, right? Comma is, however, less. Comma, comma. Oh, right. Wait. Here also we can use two commas, neither. Because here we have not a new sentence. Theory, comma, the opportunity to create it, comma, is however. However is the connector or the discourse marker. The opportunity is a part of the previous sentence, not a new sentence. Right? Therefore, the two ideas, we separate it with two commas. Right? Is, however, after my explanation, if you have any question, you can ask. Less well understood, full stop. right? Practice pre-capital, of course, connector, comma, comma, right? Comma, comma, capital, comma, comma, may make nonsense of even the best theoretical intentions, comma, and often the less politically powerful are badly created for under governments implementing free for all. That is a quotation.
Double inverted comma.
Yeah, double inverted commas, free for all inverted commas policies. Full stop.
First.
If you have any question, you can ask now. If anybody has any question, you can ask. Sometimes we can use bracket to further explain. Sometimes we can write in using two commas, separate it, because it is additional part, to say that additional part. No questions? Right. Then shall we move on to the next one? Here also a small one. Right. This will take about 5 minutes for you to complete. This letter is S. The word is striving. Striving means working hard. This is something about education. Right? So, place correct punctuation marks at the point illustrated within the following text. Striving to become better
Excuse me, sir.
educated is... Sorry. Yes.
Sir, can I ask a question, sir?
Yes. Ask.
Sir, is there a difference between single inverted commas and double inverted commas?
Yeah. Most single inverted commas are used when we use... I will go back to the theory and I will discuss it. Right. Inverted commas. Let's see. Quotation marks. This is the place. I think you can't hear. Maybe double or single. Mostly, we use double inverted commas to quote others' words. When we take some ideas from somebody, that is that. Single inverted commas mostly used to refer to name of a book. When we mention the name of a book, then better to use single inverted commas. Vilochana?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right, welcome.
So that means you should have to use single inverted commas in that activity we did lastly. Eh?
No, double. Why? That is not the name of a book.
Okay, sir.
Pre-fall policies. Pre-fall is a kind of expression used by somebody. Double, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right. We will move on to this one then. Striving to become better educated is hardly a new concept. We talk about receiving a better education. Striving is working hard. You know, some people have to work hard to learn something, to be educated. Right? It is a new concept because now people have understood that education is the best investment. Right? That is not a kind of expenditure. That is an investment. Wealthy parents have always been willing to spend the vast amount of extra money necessary to send their children to schools with perceived educational edge. In simple English, rich parents send their children to these recognized schools, right? By spending a lot of money. Working adults. Now we talk about adults education after that. Working adults have long intended night schools because they work in the daytime. At night, they learn by attending schools and refresher courses. Refresher means something like theory. Revision. Right? Refresher courses. Competition for employment has been around since the curse for working for living began. And what is the reason for working hard to get a better education? There's a competition for employment. Right? It's the present situation. So very different to that of the past. In the past, there was no big competition for getting a job. Now, getting a job has become very competitive. Therefore, people try to educate their children, and also adults, they try to receive an education for themselves. Right. So that is the content of the text. Shall we provide suitable punctuation? Right. Read through very carefully and do it. Initially, I will give you 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I will discuss. If you want, I will give you more time. Try to finish this in 5 minutes time. Okay, start please.
കറി ഉറപ്പായിരിക്കും ആ കോഴിട്ടുണ്ട് സാറില്ല தண்ணி மாதிரி இருக்கு ஆனா.
Right, can you discuss? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Right. If any of you needs more time, I am ready to give you. Right. Silence means you all have finished. So we will discuss how many punctuation marks did you use here in this text, in this paragraph? Usually, yeah, Vilojana?
Only 2, sir.
Only 2. Right, let's see. Let's see. What are the 2?
Full stop.
Hmm.
And the
And
question mark. Question mark.
Full stop and question mark.
what about capitalization?
Yes, sir. Capitalization is.
Yeah, altogether 3. Right?
Yes, sir.
First one, capitalization, S capital, striving to become better educated is hardly a new concept.
Full stop.
Full stop. Wealthy parents, W capital, have always been willing to spend the vast amount of extra money necessary to send their children to schools with perceived educational edge. That means reputed school. Full stop. Working adults, W capital, have long attended night schools and refresher courses. Full stop. Competition C capital for employment has been around since the curse of working for a living began. Full stop. Is I capital? It's a question because the sentence begins with is the present situation so very different to that of the past? Question mark. It is easy. That is why I asked you to do it in 5 minutes time. Any question? Right. So we will move on to B, activity B. Right. There you have a lot of punctuation marks to use. At first glance, right? This is A. At first glance, the situation would seem to be laudable. Laudable means practicable, right? A positive response to the exhortations of politicians. Exhortation means shouting, speeches of politicians for us all to raise our intellectual standard and help improve level of intelligence within the community. Now, this is a kind of belief. Politicians' speeches give some knowledge to the ordinary people, right? Yet there are serious ramifications. Ramification means different ideas, not one idea. Ideas go into different directions, according to at least one of the educational psychologists. Now we describe how one of the psychologists look at these politicians' speeches. Right? Name is given, designation is given, Dr. Brendan Gradsby name has caused some controversy. Controversy means matabedya. It is problematic. One says it is acceptable, the other party says it is not acceptable. Right? That is the situation of a controversy. In academic cycles, by suggesting that a bias towards what he terms paper excellence, paper excellence, might cause more problems than it is supposed to solve. Right? Gatsby raises a number of issues that affect the individuals as well as society in general. Right? That's all I can help you. Right? Take about 10 minutes and do the activity. This will take 10 minutes because this is long and you have to use many punctuation marks. Therefore, you have to think. Right? Take 10 minutes. Now 9:20, let's say 9:30. I will discuss this. Okay. Any question? No. Right. Start, please. Right, time is over. I think you have done. If anybody needs more time, please raise your hand. Otherwise, we can discuss. Right, no hands raised, so we will discuss. Right, A capital, at first glance, after glance, comma, the situation would seem to be laudable, comma, right? A positive response to the exhortations of the politicians for us all to raise our intellectual standard and help improve the level of intelligence within the community. Full stop. Full stop. Yet Y capital, there are serious ramifications according to at least one educational psychologist, comma,
Poland.
comma, psychologist, comma, Dr. D capital, second arrowhead, after DR dot, because it is an abbreviation. When we use etc. is also an abbreviation. When we use abbreviations, after the abbreviation, we usually place a dot. D capital, Dr. dot, B capital, Brendan. So here we have 4 arrowheads together. Right? Grasby is the second part of his name, G capital. Right? Has caused some controversy in academic circles by suggesting that a bias towards what he terms paper excellence. There are 2 punctuations. Your idea?
Double inverted commas.
Double inverted commas. Why? It is a term used by Gatsby. Right? Quotation, double quotation marks, might cause more problems than it is supposed to solve. Full stop. Gatsby, G capital, new sentence and also proper noun, raises a number of issues that affect the individual as well as society in general, after general, full stop. Question, if you have, you can ask.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Vilochana.
Why did we use a comma after the word laudable?
Here.
In the beginning.
Yeah. I found the place. This is the place. Ne? At first glance, the situation seemed to be laudable. This is a short break in the sentence. Actually, we could have paid a full stop as well. Right? And here, next one is simple. Comma indicates short break. So, due to short break, we use laudable here.
Okay, sir, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. If it is a full break, full stop, short break. Right. Any other? Now, in your first assignment, I did not consider discourse markers and punctuations. Now, when I give the second one, I strictly consider these 2 when giving you marks. I have given you some kind of marks. I can't express them in public. And I will discuss common mistakes, right, that you have made in the first one. First one is the, I think, most, one with certain problems for you, because soon after you came here without teaching anything, you did not have any idea about discourse markers as well as those punctuation marks as well. Now you know something about them as well. So in your writing to come, you have to use them. I strictly consider these 2 when I give you the second assignment, right? Second assignment will be given next week or week after next. But before that, I need to discuss the shortcomings of your first assignment, right? I will discuss, I have noted down looking at them. I will discuss them commonly, right? Not individually. If I take individual assignment, it will take a long time, right? So I have noted down some common problems in your assignments. Right. Okay, now this one. The second paragraph of the same document, right? Naturally, although there is agreement that learning can cause stress, Gatsby's comments regarding what is called university standards have been roundly criticized as alarmist by most educationists, who point out that by any standard of measurements, Britain's education system overall, at both secondary and tertiary levels, is equal to that of any in the world. I think you can understand, right? Naturally. Right? There is a complex sentence here, right? With although, there are several types of sentences. Actually, 3 types of sentences we can identify. Simple sentence, complex sentence, and compound sentence. This is a complex sentence, right? Because we have although here. We have combined 2 simple sentences together. Combination, combining ideas, right? So there is a kind of rule to separate 2 ideas. If we write the one with the conjunction, first we need to separate it with the comma, and then we have to write the other idea. I will repeat it. Especially when we have 2 ideas, one with the conjunction and other one without conjunction. If we start with the one with conjunction, before writing the other idea without conjunction, we need to use a comma in between. That is the rule. I will discuss it when I discuss this passage, right? Right. Gatsby's comments regarding university standards have been roundly criticized as alarmist. He has been given a kind of what is called dubbing, a kind of labeling him with a kind of word by most educationists, who point out that by any standard of measurement, British education system overall, secondary or tertiary levels, equal to any other education system in the world. That is the meaning. Right. Shall we do this? How long will it take? 5 minutes? There are some other additional punctuation marks as well here that we have not used so far. That is the hint I can give you. Okay. Shall we do it? 5 minutes. 38, 43, you have to stop. Right. Shall we discuss? Are you ready? I think you are ready. Okay, we'll discuss N capital after naturally, comma. Naturally is the discourse marker here, right? Discourse marker. Although there is agreement that learning can cause stress. After stress, what is the punctuation?
Full stop.
Comma.
Comma. Why? Although there is agreement that it is not a full sentence, it is half. Right? There are two ideas here. One idea is although. Right? ඒ කියන්නේ අධ්‍යාපන ඉගෙන ගැනීම ආතතියට හේතුවක් උවත් කියලානේ තියෙන්නේ. උවත්. Although. Right? ඒතර භාගයක්නේ. උවත් කියපුවා ඉතුරු ටික. Right? G capital. After this one, what is the fifth one? Arrowhead. What is the punctuation between Y and S?
Apostrophe.
Apostrophe. It indicates possession. Gatsby's comment. Apostrophe. That is why I asked you, you have to use some new punctuations as well. Gatsby's comments regarding university standard have been roundly criticized as alarmist. He has been given a label called alarmist by most educationists who have criticized most educationists, right? Comma, who point out that, comma. You know who point out that is a relative clause. There are two types of relative clauses. I will discuss that later. That is actually matter of grammar. Relative clauses, defining and non-defining. Right? This one is non-defining. To separate the non-defining relative clause from the idea, we need to use comma. That is why we have a comma here. That is a long story. That's a matter of grammar, right? Education is comma. Who point out that once again, comma. By any standard of measurement, comma. B capital Britain's apostrophe S. Capitalization apostrophe. Education system, right? Overall, at both secondary and tertiary levels, comma, comma. Because this at both secondary and tertiary level, additional, insertion, right? Even you can use brackets here, commas or brackets, is equal to that of any in the word. Full stop. Now, did you notice that without this, at both secondary and tertiary levels, idea is complete, right? Britain's education system overall is equal to that of any other in the world. So this is an insertion, additional information. Sometimes we use two commas, separate it with two commas. So in brackets, you can use it. Right? That is the story. Right? Now, because of although here, that is one of the clauses, as we said. We call it dependent clause, incomplete clause. Then before writing the other clause is up to this name. Gatsby's comments regarding standard university that have been roundly criticized as alarmist by, right? Where is the end? Here, ne? So anyway, there are two clauses here. One with the conjunction compass, therefore, we have to use a comma before writing the other idea. That is the rule. Okay. Any question? If you have, you can ask. You don't have questions? We have come to the final activity. It is a bit difficult. Right. Before doing this, I want to convert my discussion to another direction. Can you remember last week I mentioned about a questionnaire that you have to fill and send me? You have to means it is not compulsory, right? I can't force you to send this, right? On your own wish. If you want to support me and your younger brothers and sisters who are to come here, right? Now, the result of this findings of this research will be applied to the students coming after you to motivate them to learn, right? My main aim is to propose some motivational method. What do you mean by motivation? Motivation is අපි පේරණේ නේ සිංහලෙන් කියන අපි පේරණේ එහෙම නැත්නම් අපි පෙළඹවීමක් කරනවා, right? Now why did you want to follow this degree program you without ending your education with A levels? Why did you continue? ඇයි ඔයාලා මේ A level නතර වෙන්නේ නැතුව ඩිග්‍රී එකක් කරන්න ඕන කියලා හිතුවේ ඇයි? එක සාධාරණ උත්තර දෙන්න කවුරු හරි? What is the reason? Even Sinhala or English, never mind.
We wanted to apply for vacancies necessary to degree program. Degree.
That is motivation, neither. You motivated to follow a degree because of employment opportunities. Yes. රැකියා අවස්ථාවක් නේද? රැකියා අවස්ථාවල් තියෙන හින්දා තමයි රස්සාව කරේ. To be educated professional. Yeah, professional means always near the job or professional, the word comes. That is one of the reasons for you to motivate. එක හේතුවක් තමයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉගෙන ගන්න පෙළඹවිච්ච ඉස්සරහ තියෙන රැකියා. ඒ වගේ තව හේතු තියෙනවා ළමයි ඉගෙන ගන්න පෙළඹ. ඒ කියන්නේ ළමයිගේ අධ්‍යාපනයේ වැටිලා තියෙන කට්ටියව නැගිට්ටෝල ගන්න. ඒක තමයි මගේ ප්‍රධානම පරමාර්ථය. Right? If some students get failed in learning English, I want to support them to learn further. So that is the main purpose. I propose motivational methods. කොහොමද ඒ කට්ටිය motivate කරන්නේ? එක methods තියෙනවා. Right? So therefore, your findings of my survey will be helpful not only for me, for the generations to come. Next comes. Right? එතකොට එකක් ඔයගොල්ලෝ විසින් අපි එකට කියනවා extra internal motivation කියලා. ඔයගොල්ලෝ විසින්ම ඔය වෙච්ච එකක්. Right? External ලෝක. Okay, external. ඒ කියන්නේ තව ඉස්සරහ තියෙන දේක් බලාගෙන. සමහර නිකන් කට්ටිය හිතනවා මට හොඳයි ඉංග්‍රීසි කියන්න ගත්තොත්. මට හොඳයි ඩිග්‍රී එකක් කරොත්. ඒ කියන්නේ වාසියක් බලාගෙන නෙමෙයි improve කරන්න හිතන්නේ. Right? I think I got that idea also. Right? Some people think that not looking at any advantage, any external advantage for self-development. එහෙමත් තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේ එක විදිහට ඔය motivation කියන එක තියෙනවා. So I want to propose motivational methods. Right? I will send you the questionnaire tomorrow after talking to the other groups as well. But before that, I just want to explain what is given there. Right? I will show it to you today. I will send it to you in the form of a Google form. So it is easy for you to fill. I will show you the document I have prepared. I just want to give some ideas about what I am going to discuss here, right? Let me take it to the screen. This is the one. This is the topic, right? The impact of parental socio-economic factors on second language proficiency among tertiary level students and investigating motivational strategies to enhance English writing comprehension. I will explain this in Sinhala as well because Ethics Review Committee of the university asked me to explain these things in Sinhala as well. I don't know Tamil, therefore I will explain it in English and Sinhala. What is what does this say? The impact key effect බලපෑම parental socio-economic factors දෙමාපියන්ගේ தත්ත්ව තොරතුරු, right? On second language proficiency, your language proficiency. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉස්කෝලේ කොයිකට දෙමාපිය යවුවේ යවන්න පුළුවන්කම තිබුණාද? ඒතර ගමේ ඉස්කෝලේට ගියා නගර ඉස්කෝලේට ගියාද? ඒකෙන් ලැබිච්ච අධ්‍යාපනය වෙනස් ලැබෙන. එතකොට ඒක නිසා අධ්‍යාපනයේ දුර්වල වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ කාරණේ මම හොයා ගන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට එහෙම දුර්වලච්ච අයට, right, those who did not receive a better education due to the quality of the education you received, secondary education, how can I motivate them? It was a වැටිච්ච කට්ටිය නේද? මං කොහොමද ඒ කට්ටිය motivate කළේ? Right? Tertiary level, when you come to university education, right? Investigating, finding motivational studies. That is the theory, the topic of my research. මේක තමයි මගේ research එක. ඒක නිසා this is very important නේද? Parental socio-economic factors and your proficiency. ඔය දෙකම මට වැදගත් වෙනවා. එතකොට මේකෙන් මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ අන්නේ තොරතුරු ගන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ වෙන හේතුවක් නිසා නෙමෙයි. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ලැන්ග්වේජ් එක අඩු වෙලා තියෙනවා නම් අඩු වෙන්න හේතුවක්. මේක බලපෑවද දෙමව්පියන්ගේ ආර්ථික තත්ත්වය, දෙමව්පියන්ගේ අධ්‍යාපන මට්ටම ওই ටිකයි බලන්න. right? එතකොට මට ඩීටේල්ස් ඕන වෙනවා. මේක තමයි මම වෙලා තියෙන මේවා එක. එතකොට මගේ තියෙනවා ඕත් එකක් නේද? All the information you provide in this questionnaire will be kept strictly confidential. I'm not going to give them out. මම දන්නෙත් නෑ කවුද කියලාත්. හරි? ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ registration number එක ඉතින් ලියන්න තියෙන්නේ. And degree program. Your responses will not
Sir,
be
excuse me.
Sorry, Shanal.
Sir, can you send our email address this form, sir?
Yeah, email address එක තියෙනවා මේකේ දාන්න.
Okay, sir.
තියෙනවා දරුවෝගේ මේ යට එක තැනක.
Ah,
Right? Use post shared without any explicit consent. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ කිසිම consent එකේ අනුමැතියක් නැතුව මේ account එක share කරගන්නේ නැහැ මම විතරයි පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. Right? Please answer the question truthfully. හරියට ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්න දේ ලියන්න and to the best of your ability. Thank you very much for your time and cooperation. You start with your registration number, degree program. Right? First one is about your demographic details. Gender, male the female, ඔකට කියන්න කැමති නැත්නම් එකක් පුළුවන්. Prefer not to say. කියන්න පිළිවෙල කියන්න කැමති නැත්නම් මේක ටික කරන්න. Right? Age below 20, 22, 22 එහෙම rank එකක් තියලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ ටික කරන්න. Year of study, first year, second year ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ first year නේ. First year කියන ටික කරන්න. Then permanent residence. Urban ද semi urban ද rural ද? නාගරිකද අර්ධ නාගරිකද ග්‍රාමීයද? Then medium of instruction in school. Scholarly. Sinhala medium, Tamil medium, English medium or other. If you have learnt in other medium, you can write it here. Then father's highest educational level. Father's highest. Right? No formal education. Formal education එකක් නැහැ. ඒක ඉස්කෝලේ ගිහිල්ලා නැහැ කියන එක. Right? Up to GC O level, A level, diploma, degree. Mothers also same me. ඊට පස්සේ father's occupation. Government ද, private ද, self-employed ද, agriculture, fisheries, livestock ඒවා. ඊට පස්සේ skilled, manual labor, unemployed, right? ඊට පස්සේ home එක ගෙදරලා ඉන්න මොකුත් නැතුව retired. මං හිතන්නේ මේක පැහැදිලි. රාජ්‍යාංශයේද පෞද්ගලිකාංශයේද ස්වයං රැකියාවක්ද කෘෂිකාර්මිකද ෆිෂරිස් පැත්තේ දිවරාංශයේද එහෙම නැත්නම් ශාස්ත්‍ර සත්ත්ව නිෂ්පාදනාංශයේද ස්කිල් මැනුවල් ලේබර් ඒ කියන්නේ ලේබරර් කෙනෙක් කියන එක ශ්‍රමිකයෙක් නේද රස්සාවක් කරන්නේ මොකුත් නෑ ගෙදරටලා ඉන්නවා ඊට පස්සේ රිටයර්ඩ් පෙන්ෂන් අම්මගෙත් එහෙමම තියෙන තොරතුරු occupation only if you write like if you can write මේක ටික කරත් ඇති ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැමති නම් රස්සාව ලියන්න රස්සාව මෙතන optional ලියුවේ නැහැ කියලා අවුලක් නැහැ right mother's occupation same government private self same right occupation mother's occupation if you wish you can write right so if your mother is a housewife you can write it here right approximate monthly income family income sometimes you may not know sometimes you know done with the land right I have given range right tax කරන්නේ බය වෙන්න එපා මට tax ගන්න බෑ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ ඇත්ත ආදායම කිව්වා කියලා එතකොට මේක මට නිකන් බලා ගන්න විතරයි ඕනේ හරියට දෙන්න right below 25000 monthly right between 25 50 50 to 100,000 and above number of siblings how many members brothers and sisters you have none nobody only unit. The 1 to 2 more than 3. ඒකත් මට වැදගත්. ඒතකොට ෆවුල් එක කොහොමද නේද? manage කරගන්න කියන එක බලන්න. Then section B, English language proficiency. Your English language proficiency, right? How would you rate your overall English proficiency? Overall proficiency. කතා කරන එකයි ලියන එකයි ඔක්කොම overall කියලා කියන්නේ poorද fairද good. මේ කියන්නේ අඩුම එකේ ඉඳන් වැඩි එකට නේද? අඩුම එක තරමක් හොඳයි නේද? හොඳයි හුඟක් හොඳයි හොඳම හොඳයි. Right? Excellent කියන්නේ ඒක. It has what grade did you obtain for the English at the GCE O level? A the B the C the S the W. Right? So it is given what grade you obtained for general English at the GCE A level. Right? This should be F neither. A level F. Right? I have corrected it in the Google form. W is given at the O level. F is given at the A level. Right? What is the most recent grade you have received for English at the university? You have no, neither. You have no answer because still you did not sit for any examination. Keep it blank. Right. Then 16, there are 32 altogether. Now we are on the 16th one. How confident are you in writing academic text in English? Academic writing. Right? Essays, reports, lab journals, etc. කොහොමද ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ knowledge එකේව සම්බන්ධයෙන්? Right? Not confident. Is ඇත්තම නෑ විශ්වාසය. Right? Somewhat confident. ටිකක් කොහෙ ලියන්න පුළුවන් නේද? Confident. Manage ලියා ගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Very confident. හොඳටම ලියන්න පුළුවන්. මේවා මොනවද? essays, lab reports, right journals වගේ දේ. එතන academic පැත්තට මම බලලා තියෙන්නේ. Academic English පැත්තට. Right? 17. Have you received any formal English writing training at the university? You are receiving නේද? Yes නේද? එතකොට ඒකට වැටෙන්නේ. දැන් අපි මේකට යනවනේ. යාගෙන. Do you use English outside the classroom? At home, right? Social media, reading, writing, emails, etc. Outside the classroom, right? Not at lectures. Outside the. එහෙනම් කොච්චර frequency එකක්ද? කවදාවත්ම පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ නැද්ද? කලාතුරකින් පාවිච්චි කරනවද? සමහර විට පාවිච්චි කරනවද? නිතරම පාවිච්චි කරනවද? හැම වෙලේම පාවිච්චි කරනවා ඉංග්‍රීසි. right? ඒක තමයි frequency එක. Do your parents, guardians, රැකවල්ලා හෝ බාරකාරයෝ බලා ගන්න කට්ටිය assist to encourage you in improving your English? අම්මා තාත්තා ගෙදර ඉන්න මාමා නැන්දා ඒ කට්ටිය උදව් කරන්නේ කොහොමද? කලාතුරකින් උදව් කරනවද? උදව් කරන්නේම නැද්ද? උදව් කරනවද? සමහර විට උදව් කරනවද? නේද? නිතර උදව් කරනවද? හැමතිස්සෙම උදව් කරනවා. එක ටික් කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. ඊළඟට what resources do you mainly use to improve your English writing? මොනවද පාවිච්චි කරන resources? Textbook පාවිච්චි කරනවද? ඒ කියන්නේ කියවලා පොත්වල කියවලා ඒවෙන් ලියන්න දේවල් ගන්නවද? Right? External courses. අමතර classes වලට යනවද? YouTube, right? Tutorials. ඒවෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්නවද? ඒවා පාවිච්චි කරනවද? Writing improve කරගන්න. University lectures, right? Online platforms. මොකුත්ම පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ නැද්ද? English improve කරගන්න. So these are the things, right? Have you ever attended private English classes? කවදා හරි ගිහිල්ලා තියෙනවද? Private tuition. Yes or no? If yes, how many years? කොච්චර කාල ගියාද? Next one. Motivation in English language learning. Motivate කරන මේක තමයි මගේ ප්‍රධානම එක. Motivation. I learn English because I want to study or work abroad. That is the question I asked you. Why do you learn English here? Right? මොකේද ඒක? I want to study or work abroad. පිටරට ඉගෙන ගන්න හරි වැඩ කරන්න හරි ඕනේ. Strongly disagree. නෑ මම ඒ දහසට එකඟ නෑ. Disagree. කොහෙත්ම එකඟ නෑ. එකඟ නෑ. එකඟත් වගේ නෑත් වගේ නේද? නියුට්‍රල් කියලා කියන්නේ මැද. එකගයි හොඳටම එකගයි. ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න පිටරට ඉගෙන ගන්න හරි පිටරට රස්සාවක් කරන්න හරිද? එකක නැති එකේ සිට හොඳටම එකගයි කියන තැනට යන්න පුළුවන්. ඊළඟට I feel motivated to improve my English writing because it will help my academic success. ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්නේ එක හේතුවක් තමයි academic success එක. degree program එක හොඳින් කරන්න. ඒකට තර විදියට. එකඟ නැහැ එකඟයි මධ්‍යස්ථයි නේද? නෑ කොහෙත්ම එකඟ නෑ එකඟ නෑ මධ්‍යස්ථයි එකඟයි හොඳටම එකඟයි. Right? That is the my parents' expectations influence my motivation to learn English. ඒ කියන්නේ දෙමව්පියෝ කියන පුතේ ඉගෙන ගන්න ඉංග්‍රීසි ටිකක්. Right? Parental influence. Expectations. දෙමව්පිය බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවාද ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගනී කියලා. එහෙනම් දෙමව්පියෝ වලට පුෂ් එකක් දෙනවාද ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න කියලා. එතනක් තියෙනවා. අම්මා තාත්තා කියනවා පුතේ කොහොමද කමට කියන්නේ නැති නේද? ඕ ලෙවල් ඒ ලෙවල් කළා ගෙදර ඉන්නකොට ඉංග්‍රීසි ටිකක් අත කියනත් නරකද? right? ඒ මොකක්ද එතකොට? අග්‍රී නේද? දෙමව්පියෝ පුෂ් එකක් දුන්නා. අම්මා තාත්තා මොකද කියනවා නේ පුතේ ඔය ගෙදරටලා හිටපන් දැන් කැම්පස් යනකම් කියලා කීවනම් strongly disagree. right? කීවොත් අම්මා නිකන් වාගේ නේද අම්මා තාත්තා කොහොමද ඉංග්‍රීසියක් මේක ගත්තොත්? එතකොට නියුට්‍රල්. right? ඔය වාගේ අම්මගේ තාත්තගේ ලැබිච්ච ප්‍රතිචාරය ඔයගොල්ලන් ඉංග්‍රීසි අධ්‍යාපනයේට කොහොමද කියන එක. ඊළඟට I enjoy English writing task and look for ways to improve them. ඒ කියන්නේ ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න කැමැත්තෙන් නේද? enjoy and දියුණු කර ගන්න ඕනේ. බොහොම ආසාවෙන් ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්නේ මට ඉංග්‍රීසි දියුණු කර ගන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට එතනක් තියෙනවා. ඒකට මම එකග නැහැ. නේද? කොහෙත් මේකක නැහැ. එකග නැහැ. ඔය ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕන ඉගෙන ගන්නව නැත්නම් ඔය ඕන දෙයක් කියලා ඉන්න කට්ටිය මේක නියුට්‍රල්. ඊට පස්සේ හිතනවා නම් මේක බොහොම කැමැත්තෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්නවා මට මේක දියුණු කර ගන්න ඕනේ කියලා ඇග්‍රී නේද? ඕනෙමයි කියලා හිතනවා නම් strongly agree. right? So this is the rating. I set personal goals to improve my English writing skills. And personal goals to improve my English writing skills. ඒ කියන්නේ මට තියෙන පුද්ගලිකව අවශ්‍යතාවයක් ඉංග්‍රීසි දියුණු කරගන්න. අධ්‍යාපනයට අමතරව. right? උදාහරණයක් රැකියාවක් ලබා ගන්න වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් ටියුෂන් ක්ලාස් එකක් කරන්න ඉංග්‍රීසි ටිකක් ඉගෙනගෙන එතනත් ඔය වගේම තියෙනවා. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඒකට ඒ බලාපොරොත්තුවක් තියෙනවද නැද්ද කියන එක. ඊළඟට I believe English writing skills are important for my future career. කලින් කියප එක. රස්සාවට ඉදිරි කරගන්න රස්සාවට English writing skills පිටිවහලක් වෙයි කියලා. එහෙම හිතන්නේ මම නේද? කොහෙත්ම හිතන්නේ වෙන්නත් පුළුවන් නොවෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. උදව් වෙනවාමයි. ඔය වගේ රේන්ජ් එකක් තියෙනවා. right? ඊළඟ එක 28 I feel discouraged when I receive low marks on English writing assignment. දැන් මම කලින් දීපේකට ලකුණු දීලා අඩු ලකුණක් හම්බුණා නම් discourage. අනේ ඕන්නේ නැහැ ඉංග්‍රීසි කරන්න. වැඩක් නැහැ ලකුණු හම්බ වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මට බෑ ඉංග්‍රීසි කියලා හිතනවා නම් ඒකට ඔය එකකද? එහෙම හිතනවාද? කොහෙත්ම හිතන්නේ නේද? හිතන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙම වෙන්නත් පුළුවන් කියලා හිතනවා නේද? එහෙම නැත්තම් නෑ මම මේ ආයි ඉගෙන ගන්න නෑ වැඩක් නෑ මට අද ලොක්න හම්බ වෙන්නේ. right? වැඩක්ම නෑ අතහැරලාම දාලා කියලා හිතන. අන්න ඒ වගේ. right? I feel discouraged. discourage වෙන්නේ නැත්තම් strongly disagree නේද? discourage වෙනවාමයි කියලා හිතනවා නම් strongly agree. 29 What motivations you the most improve? What motivations you the most improve your English writing skills? මොකද්ද වැඩිපුරම පෙළඹෙච්ච කාරණේ ඉංග්‍රීසි ගන්න. You may select more than one. එක වැඩි පුළුවන්. ඇයි ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න මොටිවේට් උනේ? එකක් තමයි academic achievement. ඩිග්‍රී එක හොඳට කරගන්න ඕන. දෙවෙනි එක future career expectations. prospect. හොඳ රස්සාවක් කරන්න ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න. family encouragement. අම්මා කියපු නිසා තාත්තා කියපු නිසා ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. peer influence. යාළුවෝ කියව ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගනි. මම ඉගෙන ගන්න බත් ඉගෙන ගනි. ඒක නිසා. ඕන එකක් ටික් කරන්න පුළුවන් එකට වැඩි ගන්න. right? personal interest. ඒ මොකුත් ඕනේ මට හිතන ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙනත් හොඳයි කියලා. right? අද තවත් මොන හරි කාරණා තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. ගෑනු ළමයා කියවෙන්න පුළුවන් ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්නවාකෝ. එතකොට මම කැමති වෙන්නම් කියලා නේද? අන්න ඒ වගේ අද right? ඔය විදිහේ දේවල් තියෙනවා. You can write anything under other. Number 30 open-ended questions. Here you have to write something, right? Even if you write in Sinhala, never mind. Sinhala type කරන්න පුළුවන්ද කියන්නේ මම දන්නේ නැහැ. right? ඒ Google form එකේ පුළුවන් ඇති. right? ලියන්න දෙයක් තියෙනවා ලියන්න මම කැමති මේක මොන හරි ලියලා එවනවා නම්. Right? What challenges do you face in improving your English writing skills? ඒ කියන්නේ මොන වගේ අභියෝගද තියෙන්නේ ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න ගියාම? ඒ කියන්නේ 30 වෙනි එක කතා කරන්නේ English writing skills improve කරගන්න ගියාම මොන වගේ අභියෝග වලට මුහුණ දෙන්න වෙන්නේ? ඉංග්‍රීසි බැරිකම නේද? grammar නැතිකම ඉංග්‍රීසි ස්ටයිල් එක දන්නේ නැහැ ලියන ඒ වගේ මොනවද තියෙන්නේ? right? ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ අභියෝග මොනවද කියන්නේ? තේරෙන්නේ නැතිකම ඒ වගේ. එහෙම නැත්නම් කියවන්න බැරිකම. What kind of support or strategies do you think would help to improve your English? මොන විදිහේ උදව්වක්ද? මේක තමයි මට වැදගත්ම හරිය ඈ. මොන වාගේ උදව්වක්ද බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ ඉංග්‍රීසි දියුණු කරගන්න. ඉංග්‍රීසි writing හරි. ඉංග්‍රීසි writing දියුණු කරගන්න මොන වාගේ උදව්වක්ද බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ? කාගෙන් හරි කමන්නේ. මගෙන් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, අනික් සර් කෙනෙක්ගෙන් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, යාළුවන්ගෙන් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, අම්මගෙන් තාත්තගෙන් කාගෙන් හරි කමන්නේ. right? මොන වගේ support එකක්ද බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ? උපකාරයක්ද බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ දියුණු කරගන්න. එක එක විදිහේ දේවල් තියෙනවා නේද? මට මේ ළඟට ඇවිල්ලා මේ ටික කියලා දෙනවා නම් හරි. නේද? ඊට පස්සේ ලියලා පෙන්නනවා නම් හරි. ඒ වගේ මොනවා හරි. Last one. How has your family background influenced your interest and performance in English? ඒ කියන්නේ පෞල් පරිසරය කොහොමද බලපෑවේ ඉංග්‍රීසි දියුණු කර. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ performance එක. ඉංග්‍රීසි වලින් කරන ඉංග්‍රීසි භාවිතය වැඩි දියුණු කරගන්න හරි ඒක උනන්දු කරවන්න හරි මොන විදිහේ බලපෑමක්ද ගෙදරින් තියෙන්නේ? අම්මා තාත්තා කියනවාද පුතේ වරෙන් මල් ළඟට ඇවිල්ලා කියලා දෙන්නම් ටිකක් ඈ එහෙම නැත්නම් මාමා නැන්දා ඉන්නවා ගිහිල්ලා අහගෙනින් ඒ වගේ මොනවා හරි තියෙනවද පවුලෙන් මොනවා හරි නැත්නම් මල්ලි ඇවිල්ලා අයියේ අක්කේ මෙහෙ එන්න මං ටිකක් කියලා දෙන්න ඔය වගේ මොනවා හරි තියෙනවද පවුල් පසුබිමේ බලපෑමක් ඔය ටික තමයි ඕන වෙන්නේ මට රයිට් මේක වැඩි ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ලියන්න බැරි දෙයක් නෑ සාමාන්‍ය දේවල් තියෙන්නේ ටිකක් අර confidential දේවල් තියෙන්නේ අම්මගේ තාත්තගේ අධ්‍යාපනය සහ ආදායම. ඒක තරම් ගණන් ගත යුතු දෙයක් නෙමෙයි. ඒක හරියට දෙන්න එතෙන්දී මම කලින් කිව්වා වගේ it is not a matter to be shy. Right? It is not an insult for you. ඒක insult එකක් කියලා හිතන්න එපා. Right? මම දන්නේ නැහැ කාගේද මේක කියලා ඉවුවට පස්සේ. Right? ඒක නිසා හරියක මට දෙන්න මට ඕන වෙන details ටික එකට match කරලා බලන්න. right? ඇයි ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කාට හරි බැරි වුණා නම් ඉංග්‍රීසි බැරි වුණේ? පුළුවන් වුණා නම් ඇයි පුළුවන් වුණේ? මේ වගේ බලපෑමක් තියෙනවාද? right? ඒ වගේම ඒ බැරි වෙච්ච අයට ගොඩට ගන්න මොනවද මට කරන්න පුළුවන් දේ? මම මේවා ඊට පස්සේ මගේ ඩිග්‍රී එක කම්ප්ලීට් කළා ආවට පස්සේ මම ඊළඟ කටට ඇප්ලයි කරනවා. right? මගේ ෆයින්ඩින්ග්ස් ටික ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඉංග්‍රීසි දිනු කරන්න. එතකොට අපි මේ උදව් කරන්නේ අපේ නංගිලාට මල්ලිලාට. ඒක මතක තියාගන්න. right? ඒකයි මට ඕන වෙන්නේ. එතකොට උදව්වක් වශයෙන් මට මේක ෆිල් කරලා එවන්න. right? Please send this to me as a favor, not only for me but for your younger brothers and sisters who are to come to university next. Right? Not immediately next year. So it will take 3 years for me to come back to university. Sometimes next year I will take some online lectures like this. So anyway, that will be useful to the next generations to come. Right. Especially I need your registration number, degree program. If you wish, you can write your, it is not there. I think Pramod asked me whether you have write email. If you wish, you can write email address as well. Right. So these are the things. Only if you wish, you can include. I need only degree program because I need to check whether which degree program you are from. It is must, right? And also registration now. පුරවන්න බැරි දෙයක් නෑ මං හිතන්නේ. කොහොම පුරවන්න පුළුවන්ද? ඒකල සබ්මිට් කරන්න. I think you know. ඒක දැන් ක්ලික් කරන රෙකින් එක එනවා. right? ක්ලික් කරගෙන යනකොට එකක් ෆිල් කරනවා අනික ඊළඟට එනවා. එහෙම තියෙන Google form ICT අය දන්නවා ඇති. SPI සමහරට දන්නවා ඇති. You may know, right? So depending on that you fill it and submit. Then it will come to my email and it will be saved. Then I can take it. Right? I should have sent this to you. It is difficult. You need to write something here and then. So I think that one is easy. And for recording purposes also, Google form is easy for me. ඔටෝ රෙකෝඩ් වෙනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් මේක ගත්තොත් මම 300 ගාණක් ඉන්නවා. 300 ගාණ මරන් මම එන්ටර් කරන්න ඕන වෙනම ෂීට් එකකට. ඒක අමාරුයි. අරක ඔටෝ රෙකෝඩ් වෙනවා. කාගේද කියන එක නෑ. ළමයි මෙච්චර ප්‍රමාණයක් ගේ ආදායම මෙච්චරයි. ළමයි මෙච්චර ප්‍රමාණයක ආදායම මෙච්චරයි. එහෙම එන්නේ. Right? අන්න ඒ වගේ. I think some of you may know about Google Forms better than I. Right? Anyway, I will send it to you in the form of a Google form. You have to just fill it and send it to me. Right? Then I compare, right, your status, whether you have attended English classes or whatever, whether you have attended a recognized school or rural school, and I compare your writing. Then I can judge. ඒක තමයි මම කරන්නේ. Right. Okay, I think you understood everything. Any question? Right. I believe that you will send it to me. I have got the permission from the ethics review committee. මේක ඔයාගේ ethics review committee එකක් තියෙනකින් permission ගන්න ඕනේ. මොකද සමහර sensitive details තියෙනවා personal ඒවා නේද? Strictly personal. දෙමාපියන්ගේ තොරතුරු and ඔයාලගේ සමහර ඒවා මේ ජීවත් වෙන ග්‍රාමීය නාගරිකවද අන්න ඒ වගේ පොඩි sensitive ටිකක් තියෙනවා. ඒක නිසා මට සිද්ධ වුණා ethics review committee එකෙන් permission ගන්න. Right? Permission was given. Permission දුන්නා. මට ලියුමකින් දීලා තියෙනවා. Then no problem. Right. Okay, that is the situation here. I believe that you will send it back to me as soon as possible. Right? I will send it to you tomorrow evening after explain the same thing to other group. Group 1 එකත් explain කරලා ඊට පස්සේ මම එවන්නම්. Right. So we can go back to our last activity. We are in our last activity. This is the one. Try to do it in 10 minutes time. I'm not going to help you in any way. Right? I have helped you enough. What is the chat? I will send it through email. මං email එකේ වනේ WhatsApp නේ WhatsApp මගේ ළඟ නෑ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ මොකද. email එක විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. Therefore I will send this through email. Right. I will email it to you. Right. So this is the last activity. Not that much difficult. No marks. You have to decide. Studying at an English language college in a foreign country has its ups and downs. For most students, it's the first time they have attempted to learn another language full time. Consequently, it can be quite exhausting. On the other hand, there is the chance to meet new people and make friends from number of countries in a short space of time. The work itself is challenging. The teachers, although friendly, there are to make sure your language requirements are achieved. You must take advantage of every opportunity to put your new knowledge to the test and speak English whenever possible. Self-discipline, regular daily practice, and relaxed attitude to learning are the keys to success. Right. First, identify the end of the sentence. Then it is easy. Right. Try to do it in 10 minutes time. After 10 minutes, we will discuss. Okay, that is the end of the lesson. Then next week, we can start the new lesson. Narrative writing. Okay, right. Do it in 10 minutes time. Okay, shall we discuss? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Right. We'll discuss S capital, studying at an English E capital, S capital, E capital, language, college in a foreign country has its ups and downs, full stop. That is the end of sentence number 1. How many punctuations? 2 capital letters. That's all. Right? 2 capital letters, S and E. For F capital, new sentence, most students, comma, for most students, comma, it is the first time they have attempted to learn another language full time, after full time, full stop. Consequent to C capital, after consequent, comma, connector, discourse marker, it can be quite exhausting, full stop. On the other hand, O capital, after hand, comma, on the other hand, comma, there is the chance to meet new people and, don't use comma, make friends from a number of countries in a short space of time, after time, full stop. The work T capital itself is challenging, comma. The teachers, although friendly, right? Although friendly, comma. Although before a comma, after friendly, comma. Now, how many commas are here? To begin the new idea, comma, neither. Is challenging, comma. The teachers, comma, although friendly, comma, are there to make sure your language requirements are achieved, full stop. You, Y capital, must take advantage of every opportunity to put your new language to the test and speak English E capital whenever possible. After possible, full stop. After possible, full stop. S capital, self-discipline, comma, regular daily practice, comma, and relaxed attitude to learning are the keys to success. Full stop. It is not that much difficult. If you have any question, you can ask.
I have a question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, should we have to use a comma after regular daily practice?
Yeah.
There's and no, sir.
Before and, right? So to separate items, we use comma. Then after
Okay.
that, and.
Okay,
Right?
sir.
That is the must.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Even though we have and, we use comma.
Okay, sir. Got
Right.
it.
Okay. Any other questions? Look at good piece of writing. You may find comma here. Comma and means, I will explain it to you. Comma and means semicolon. Right? Comma and means semicolon. Any other questions? Right. If you have done this actually fairly well, you are okay with punctuation marks. Right? You will be able to use punctuation marks correctly hereafter. Remember, in my second assignment, I strictly consider these two. Right? The correct use of discourse markers and the correct use of punctuation marks. Right. My next lesson is narrative writing. Right. How to tell a story and everything. After that, we will move on to academic writing. Right. That is my plan for the head of the program. Right. That's all I have to tell you. If you have anything to ask or if you have anything to tell, you can take 2-3 minutes and discuss. Otherwise, we can end. Right. Silence means no. Nothing. Right. So we will end the discussion today, and next week we will start with narrative writing. Okay. If you have any question, you can ask. Right. No problem. While my discussion is going on, you can disturb me, and ask. Never mind. Right. Okay. So I will send you the Google form as well. You have to send it to me as soon as possible so that I can get the details. Right. Sometimes you will not be able to skip certain points. That is the nature, right? Then you have to write something to go to the next point. At least say no or none or whatever, right? So that is the case. Okay, right. So shall we end our discussion? Right. Thank you very much, everybody. See you again. Have a nice week. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.